99.7 KRED.
Hey, we need to step the up, man.
Aurora, Colorado.
Don't that feel good when your crowd behind you? You know what I'm saying? Let's give them something to cheer for now. Hey! This is
You're now listening to the sounds of
Running Wild with Brandon Jackson. Are you ready for another season of Red Foxes football? Because I sure am. This is Brandon Jackson, new feel on the show, same old me, 99.7 KRED, same dial. How we doing, everybody? I'm ready to get going here for the red versus white scrimmage game for the Red Foxes as we head into a brand new season of college football. Let's go ahead and jump into the depth chart for the upcoming 2017-18 season for your Aurora Red Foxes. And at quarterback, still no name of a starter quite yet, but competing for the spot will be returning junior Chandler Gaines, sophomore Miguel D'Souza, sophomore Zach Leventhal, and brand new freshman from Durango, Mike Hayes. In the backfield, Vernon Winslet, the sophomore who was also first team All-Sun Belt as a returner. Also in the backfield with him, Marcus Timberlake, Santiago Rojas, Corey Peterson, and new freshman Paul Phillips from Pueblo. Very excited to see him, but will that backfield be too crowded for him to get time this year? At fullback, it's a familiar face, but a new position for him. David Blanchard being selfless, the leading receiver in terms of touchdowns, moving to the fullback position, along with freshman Ron McIntyre, who walked onto the team. Going to be interesting to see how Blanchard does in his new role. Could be a huge shakeup here at the wide receiver position now with freshman DJ Smith coming in and with wide receiver Brian Swift being cut. He was cut along with quarterback John Hendricks as well this year. He will be joining Isaiah Irving, the junior. Sophomore will be Sinclair, sophomore Dallas Killinger, redshirt freshman Kenny Harada, Travis Jennings, the senior, Javier Concepcion, the big target there, a sophomore, and junior Ben Cyphers. With Blanchard now out at tight end, that gives more time to sophomore Jimmy Ireland to get some time in there, along with Alan Horton, the senior, and most importantly, the freshman from Littleton, Colorado, Chuck Oferije, a guy I'm very excited to have on this team. That 6'6" frame going to make a big difference. We'll see what he can do here in the scrimmage today. The success of this offense, however, is going to deeply rely on how this offensive line holds up. They had their problems last year. Axel Johnson, the junior, looks to start at left tackle this year, and behind him will be J.J. Donaldson, the senior, and John Smith, the new freshman. There is some excitement, however, and a new face on this offensive line. It is left guard John James, the freshman, who will be starting over the senior Oscar Arrington this year. Going to be interesting to see what he does in this scrimmage and if he actually is as good of a run blocker. And if that's so, Timberlake could have an 1,000-yard year this year. Under center returns Josh Nichols, the junior, and Robert Crosby, the senior. Definitely a priority for Mashburn to take care of during the offseason this year. At right guard, we welcome in Michael Ecker and Brian Stevens, the new freshmen. They will back up Nathaniel Merriweather, and there will be a competition coming next year to see who will take that right guard position. At right tackle, in comes new freshman Jalen Johnson from Pueblo. He was part of that offensive line that helped block for Paul Phillips. He will be behind Jake Bullock, the junior, and Mark Fellows, the sophomore. Seems like Jake Bullock will get the go-ahead for now. We'll see if Jalen Johnson can take that position towards the future. There's some new faces on defense as well, starting at left end. Andrew Sterling, the senior, Ron Giunatoa, the sophomore, Corey Jennings, the sophomore. But welcome in new face Dylan Sherville, the freshman from Denver High. Should be interesting to see if he can get some playing time this year and make a huge addition to this pass rush. Right in the heart of that defensive line are the defensive tackles, and freshmen Eli Arnold and Jamarcus Johnson will most likely be redshirted behind sophomore Kalichi Chinyere, junior Jean-Franc Lacroix, and Rashawn Hendricks, who may be taking that starting position this year from Lacroix. At right end, Andre Swift, the junior, and redshirt freshman Sherrod Brunner. We didn't get to see any of him last year as he redshirted. Gonna see a bit of him in this practice and see what he's made of. At left outside linebacker, sophomore Stephon Porter, senior Rodney Noel, and junior Quentin Cage. Quentin Cage gonna start. He was the leader in tackles for loss with 16 last year, but there is some interest in seeing Stephon Porter getting some playing time as well. At middle linebacker, Craig Kilgore and Montgomery Ward return to wreak havoc in the middle. Craig Kilgore, the leading tackler last year, both are juniors, along with senior Alonzo Fuller and sophomores Kai Wynn and Buck Jones. We're actually going to see a bit more Buck Jones in this practice. He's a heavy hitter, and Mashburn wants to try to get him some playing time this year. And on the other side of the outside linebacking core, it's Connor Bruce, brother of defensive coordinator Spencer Bruce. He's going to need to generate a lot more pass rush this year to secure his brother's job, along with Jarrell Parsons, the sophomore, and Alan Fontaine, the other sophomore as well. To the secondary we go, and we have our cornerback, Dante Devine, the junior, returning alongside Paul Beneventi, the senior. Ishida Sakamoto coming in for his junior year, along with Tyler Wilkerson, his senior year. And redshirt freshman Ishmael Finn Michaels. We talked a little bit about him during the red-white game last year about him being redshirted. Mashburn thinks that he can be a big playmaker this year. We're going to see him a lot in the nickel. And Jeff Ryan, the freshman, you're going to see him in the scrimmage game as well, but he's most likely going to be redshirted. Behind them are free safety Sam Montgomery, the returning junior, and Corey Carrington, the sophomore, along with strong safety Jasper Willis and Victor Van Slyke making their returns as well. And behind them is Atticus Wynn, who will go ahead and redshirt. Mashburn thinks that Wynn can be the safety of the future, but right now it's still very raw, needs some time to really develop, and I think learning behind them is the best move. Willis also looking to possibly start this year as well. And last but not least, the special teams unit. Second team All Sun Belt kicker Sean O'Shea returns. He's apparently worked a little bit on his distance. He can hit in between 50 to 45. We'll see how that works out this year and if that's actually true. And then punter and the guy with the arm as well, the cool dreadlock man, Darius Watts. Looks like we're about to get underway here for the scrimmage, but before we get there, let's go ahead and talk about the recruits for this upcoming year and the high school seniors that Mashburn will be targeting. Starting with Aspen High, we already know these names. Cornerback Zion Meadows, defensive end Rogue Jones Carter and his brother Jones Carter. They were upset last year by Durango in the state championship game. Speaking of Durango, no seniors from Durango on this list, and it doesn't seem like there's any seniors from Durango looking to go into Division I this upcoming year. It's going to be a down year for them. Off to Greeley High we go, where wide receiver Darian Bowles ended up going to Arizona State University. This year to look out for them, guard Ethan Iredell and quarterback Courtney Davis. He will finally get the start this year. He's a bit of a mixed mutt. He can run and pass, so we'll see if Mashburn takes a look at him. Off to Denver High we go, cornerback William Weicker. You also have strong safety Landon and Ozira and halfback Hakeem Payton. He's a strong, powerful running back. So it'll be interesting to see that combination of defense and offense there on that Denver team. Maybe they are poised to make a bigger run this year as they were a bit silent. Dylan Sherville leaving that class. Littleton High we go. We already know about quarterback Johan Mondrasso. He's going to be a big name this year. He was invited to the Elite 11 camp where he participated, so we know how much of a threat he can be. Can he lead Littleton to a championship this year? Well, alongside him, he's also going to have Cam Frazier, big name wide receiver here from Denver as well, and the large end zone threat of Aiden Aldridge. At Boulder High, halfback Karuga Konage, another interesting guy, a bit more of a receiving and a bit of a speed back as well, can do a bit of everything as he's also a returner for Boulder. And strong safety Vance McVeigh. Looking at Aurora High, right in my hometown, Jacob Lachlan, wide receiver, and outside linebacker DeAndre Davis, a big guy. If you need a guy who can make some hits, I've heard a lot about this kid. Mashburn taking a very big interest in him. From Colorado Springs, guard James Crash Davis. one of the best guards here that we have in Colorado, and we would really like to see that right guard slot strengthened. If he brings in someone like James Davis, that certainly does the trick, along with punter Monticello Jefferson. So at some point, there's going to be somebody who needs to go ahead and replace Watts. Why not take a look at Jefferson right now at Colorado Springs? From St. Joe's Prep, defensive tackle Tyrone Bain Robinson. He's one of the big defensive tackles in this class. He is an absolute wrecking machine of a defensive tackle. We'll see if we can take a shot at him and possibly bring him in. And then you have an interesting hybrid of a player here. He plays quarterback and free safety. Mashburn is looking at him at the safety position. His name is Nate Anthony. Just came in this year. Going to be interesting to see how he fits in with that St. Joe's offense. At Sunrise, not a lot of options here. Last year they had wide receiver Cade Montgomery as well as halfback Robert Watson. This year their big prospect Chad Morris, the middle linebacker. From Pueblo High, no longer is it halfback Paul Phillips, but this year it's halfback Kyron Johnson. He calls himself the Glitch. I'm going to see some highlights of him and see what's up, as we didn't get to see a lot of him last year. And wide receiver Vinny Whittle. So it'll be interesting to see if they go more to a passing attack this year at Pueblo. And then at Moore High, it's fullback Cooper Wayan. They need some depth there at fullback, with Blanchard possibly leaving by this year or next year. Cooper Wayan could definitely be the answer there to take over for him. Maybe redshirt him and give him some time to learn. I want to thank everybody who is joining us here on air on the radio and listening to us live. If you have access to the internet or your computer or your smartphone or whichever, and you're able to watch us online, please go ahead and do so, as the live feed of the stream is being streamed from our website. We're finally underway here with the scrimmage, and the red team will start off first. Gaines under center. They've got two wide, offset wing formation, Timberlake in the backfield. It'll be a read, and Gaines gets met immediately by Stephon Porter, brought down by Rangi Unatoa. A 2-yard loss there for second down. They stay in the offset wing on second down here. It'll be play action this time. Gaines rolls out right and throws. Overthrown for Wilby Sinclair. Third down, play action. Gaines rolling right and sacked. Hit hard by Rangi Unatoa, who gets off the block from Stevens. Good spin move there and brings down Gaines hard to the ground. That's the kind of aggressiveness we need from Unatoa. What a great hit there. And just checking in on John James, did a great job of holding up Sherville as long as he could there. So the white team will take possession now, as it looks like D'Souza will start off for the white team. And he'll start out here from the pistol here on first down. Quick throw out to Ofarije to his right, and there's Chuck immediately getting involved. Good design there by Kierkegaard, who's leading the white team, to get a quick throw out for D'Souza. And already, Chuck showing off his potential as he picks up the first. Handoff to Phillips on the draw. Doesn't get too far here on first down. D'Souza from the gun. Looking, and he's hit by Sterling, but gets away from the pressure and able to get some yardage out of it as Montgomery Ward brings him down. Now you can see there, Johnston not able to really get off this block there from under center, but Sterling did get a hand on him, and Cage had to come up there to clean up. He's looking to be a big force here on defense this coming year. D'Souza on second down, stepping back, throws over the middle, and here's Javier Concepcion, the 6'3" wideout, as Jeff Ryan came in there on the blitz, and the center picked him up nicely. But Concepcion there on third down, making the play, and picks up the first. So here's D'Souza, play action, rolling out right. Another quick throw here to Ofarije, almost like a screenplay, and Ofarije's got a lot of room down the sideline, getting down to the 10-yard line, and finally brought down. What a great design there to go ahead and take that Engage 8 blitz and then have Ofarije sneak to the outside and get inside the red zone here. I love that design because it works well for someone as speedy as D'Souza, and then Ofarije just has to do the rest. He's got some decent speed, not a lot of breakaway speed as we're seeing, but that big body of his as he breaks away from a tackle to get all the way down to the sideline was impressive. D'Souza, another quick throw here to Ofarije as he picks up a gain of 5 there. Ofarije getting really busy here. Maybe the offense has a lot planned for him. Play action here on second down. D'Souza, throwback screen to Paul Phillips, making a few moves as he rolls his way into the end zone. And the white team gets on the board first on the touchdown there from D'Souza. Good little screen pass there. And Phillips somehow just kind of, despite all that speed, a slow little wiggle move to go ahead and roll into the end zone. So 7-0. White team up in front. We'll see if the red team can respond. We'll be right back. 99.7 KRED, Aurora. 99.7 KRED, Aurora, Colorado. This is Brandon Jackson, running wild with you guys. Before we get back to the action on the field, just want to go over the record books here in Aurora Red Fox's history. And looking at the passing records, TDs per game, 3 touchdowns, owned by Chandler Gaines. That was against the Texas State Bobcats, I believe. He had 10 TDs in a season, also owned by Gaines. Yards per game, yards in a game, I should say, 348, Chandler Gaines. Yards in a season, 1,403 by Chandler Gaines. And the longest pass ever in Aurora Red Fox's history, 59 yards by Gaines, a pass thrown to Dallas Killinger. And that wraps up the passing portion of the history books. Let's also look at the rushing portion. Touchdowns per game. Surprisingly, this actually belongs to Santiago Rojas. He had 2 touchdowns against Georgia State. Yards in a game, it's 224. We all know that one. That outstanding performance by Marcus Timberlake against UL Lafayette. 4 touchdowns in a season owned by Vernon Winslet. And then yards in a season, obviously, Marcus Timberlake, that huge performance he had down at the end of the stretch, 875 yards. Receiving records, touchdowns per game, 2, owned by both Blanchard and Irving. Receptions in a game is 9, which goes to Marcus Timberlake. Yards in a game is 122 by Dallas Killinger. Touchdowns in a season, 6 by former tight end, now fullback, David Blanchard. Receptions in a season goes to Timberlake with 61, and yards in a season, 524 by the star wideout Isaiah Irving. And on the defensive side of things, tackles in a season, 55 by Craig Kilgore last year. Tackles for loss in a season goes to Quentin Cage at 16. Sacks in a season, 3 by Cage and Unatoa. And then, of course, interceptions in a season, 5 by Dante Devine, along with 2 touchdown returns. So that covers the record books as we get back underway here. Now it's Mike Hayes under center for the red team as he'll throw here on first down, and great throw. Hits Jimmy Ireland right in the hands, and Ireland isn't able to hold on. Ran a pretty good route there, got open with Craig Kilgore on him, but just couldn't hang on. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Hayes. They're going to stay here in that pistol fullback formation, full house formation, as Timberlake gets his legs going here. A good 7-yard gain on the outside run. So 3rd and 3. Can Mike Hayes convert here? They're going to stay in the full house. Winslet and Timberlake, along with Blanchard in the backfield with them, and he gets hit hard. Rocked there by Connor Bruce, who forces him to cough it up. Terrible job there by Axel Johnson blocking. Unfortunately, Timberlake recovers, but the white team will take possession again. So here comes Zach Leventhal under center now for the white team. They're going to start off here with a stretch play, and it goes nowhere. It's Montgomery Ward knifing his way in the backfield. Good job there by Jasper Willis on the blitz to clear that lane for him. It'll be a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Leventhal to pass here, and sneaking in and knifing his way through again on a blitz. It's Montgomery Ward picking up the sack, and a great job there by defensive tackle Johnston to get in that backfield. 3rd down. Here's Leventhal. Quick pass out to Rojas as he powers his way through a few corners there. It looked like Jeff Ryan and Sakamoto who he got through before Buck Jones had to come in there to make the tackle. Here, Rojas just powering straight through Sakamoto. Unfortunately, Buck Jones, the middle linebacker who we mentioned a little earlier, was able to make the play here and bring Rojas down, and they'll have to give it back up to the red team. So the red team comes back out on the field, and it's Mike Hayes still under center here. And on first down, it will be a stretch play to Timberlake out to his right. And he's able to go ahead and get a gain of 6 before he's brought down by Sam Montgomery. Good chip block there by Ireland to go ahead and spring him free. Second down. It's a read to Timberlake, and Timberlake will take it straight up the middle. Huge hole there for him. He's met by Victor Van Slyke, and Connor Bruce finishes off that tackle. So 1st and 10 now for Hayes as he'll throw here on first down. Able to complete it out to Willoughby Sinclair as the red team finally crosses midfield and gets to the 44-yard line. Victor Van Slyke there on the tackle, wrestling him down. Offset wing formation here. Hayes on first down as a play action as he rolls right and hits his former high school teammate. It's DJ Smith on the catch here. He had Kai Nguyen in coverage on him. And Nguyen actually did a good job jamming him there, but DJ Smith, with that speed, able to get enough separation and extends to make that catch. Good job there for the first. Hayes in a bunch formation here in the pistol. Looks like they're going to do a lot of passing plays for Hayes as he throws out wide this time for Smith. Not enough touch there on that throw. Fortunately, it only goes out of bounds for 2nd and 10. They're going in that full house formation now in the pistol. Hayes will go ahead and hand it off here to Winslet. Able to sneak by and get about a gain of 3 there. He's brought down hard by Connor Bruce. And a good job there by John James on his freshman roommate here, Dylan Sherville. And able to give enough room there. So 3rd and 7 now for the red team. Hayes gonna throw here. Deep throw over the middle and get Sinclair on the post. Good throw. Throws it short enough and has enough arm strength to get it fast enough to Sinclair for the first down as the red team is in the red zone. 1st and 10, Hayes from the pistol here, offset wing. See what they do here as Hayes drops back, gets it out quickly before he's leveled, and it's a screen play for Timberlake as he's able to get a gain of 5 there. Sherville came in fast and hot on Hayes as Rashawn Hendricks, the defensive tackle, actually made the tackle there on Timberlake. Hayes on play action here, throws back of the end zone, had DJ Smith. It's a tight window there, but he got it in there, but Smith not able to hang on in the back there. That's surprising. 3rd down. Hayes in a offset I formation in the pistol. He's going to throw underneath here for Winslet, but that's not going to be enough. Winslet stopped just short at about the 5-yard line. And the red team's going to stay on the field here. They're not going to kick. Pistol formation in the bunch. Hayes looking, pump fake. That froze the defense enough, and DJ Smith gets it in the back of the end zone. Look at it again here, that pump fake. Bam, defense kind of stood still for a second. And you can see there, Irving was open in the middle. But Hayes, looking for his high school teammate, decides instead to throw out wide to DJ Smith. DJ Smith this time hangs on, gets a foot inbounds. It's a great play there. Yeah, just watch the defense get stuck there, and DJ Smith makes the catch for the touchdown. So, the red team now on the board as the white team goes ahead and sets up to take the field. So, the white team will bring back in Miguel D'Souza here on first down, and he gets hit. That's Jasper Willis, the free safety, strong safety, able to go in there and make a play, and it'll be 2nd down. D'Souza throws over the middle. He's got Javier Concepcion. So, seems like D'Souza's not having a hard time finding big targets as he goes ahead and gets this Concepcion on this play. And a stiff arm is able to carry him to the 45-yard line. Going to be interesting to see what the big man is able to do this year. Phillips gets tripped up here. That's Montgomery Ward in there to make that play. He's been doing a great job on these blitzes today. 2nd down. D'Souza throws out wide for Phillips, and guess who's there again? It's Montgomery Ward. He's been all over this field today as he makes another play here, and the white team will have, it looks like, 3rd and 4. You can see there's Johnston, another good spin move as he's showing some ability there at that defensive tackle position. Here's D'Souza, quick throw out to Ofarije, and he is wide open in the heart of that defense. And that'll be a first down as he gets to the 25-yard line. Ofarije been incredible in this practice thus far. He's probably going to see a lot of touches this upcoming year. 1st and 10. D'Souza lines up under center, and it's Phillips who takes the carry. He's able to go ahead and try to fight with Carrington there, but only gets a gain of 3. as he takes it to the left. D'Souza on second down to Phillips, and guess who makes the big hit here? It's not actually Montgomery Ward, it's Buck Jones coming in there. So he's actually been doing a pretty good job when he has to come in and clean up and make a tackle. Maybe he'll see some time this year. Here's D'Souza. Rojas, what a leveling. Oh man, he just walloped Jeff Ryan in the backfield. And he powered forward for a decent gain there. Wow, what a stiff arm that he just gave the rookie Jeff Ryan, or freshman Jeff Ryan. Kick is up from Sean O'Shea, and it is through. So the white team has to settle for 3, but they're still up 10-7. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back to see the conclusion of this scrimmage. You're listening to 99.7 KRED. This is Brandon Jackson. Been having some fun here at the scrimmage today. We'll be right back. So let's go ahead and count down the top 10 plays of Aurora Red Foxes football last year. I know there's a game that a lot of you have in mind that's going to show up a lot here. But let's start off with number 10, Isaiah Irving here, diving catch. Here's the call. 1st and 10 for the Red Foxes, 44 seconds to go. Here's D'Souza from the gun. Stepping up, throws, and a low throw, diving catch by Isaiah Irving somehow. Number 9, we get a scoring play on the board here. It's Vernon Winslet showing off the arm. And they have Winslet as the quarterback here on a QB power. No, they're actually going to throw it. Winslet, touchdown, David Blanchard. So now Vernon Winslet gets on the passing game, and he throws for a touchdown to the tight end, David Blanchard. Don't think the defense was ready for that or thought he was going to throw it at all. Here comes the cannon arm of Chandler Gaines on this 44-yard bomb to Dallas Killinger. 2nd and 11 for Aurora. About a minute left here. Gaines in the pistol with 3 wide as he goes play action. Gaines throws deep over the middle. There's a man. It's Dallas Killinger. What a throw. Touchdown. Red Foxes, a 44-yard bomb from Gaines to Dallas Killinger. Look at that one again. Gaines throwing that one just high enough. That's the overthrow we needed as Killinger just ran up the seam and gets the 6. That was the longest touchdown pass of the year, but not the longest pass of the year, not even the longest play from scrimmage this year. That belongs to Marcus Timberlake during his historic 224-yard game. Here is the 76-yard run. 1st and 10 for the Red Foxes. They come out in the shotgun again. It looks like McGee and Timberlake. Here's Timberlake following his blocks and a lot of room in front of him. He's got daylight and 1 man to beat. 30, 20, 10, 5, and finally brought out at about the 3-yard line. A 76-yard run, the longest run in Red Foxes history. And on top of that, Timberlake has eclipsed 150 yards. The first ever Red Foxes runner to do so. How do you get more electrifying than that run? Well, how about sealing your team's first ever victory in school history? This one against Georgia State at the Georgia Dome. They're driving. They're inside the 30-yard line now. Manning looking to throw. Lunatoa gets pressure on him. Oh my God! Red Foxes win! Dante Devine picks it off near the sideline and got a foot in bounds. They're reviewing it. Did Dante actually get that foot in bounds? There's the catch. He did! Oh my God! The Red Foxes have won! That is not the last we will hear from Dante Devine in this countdown, I promise you that. But let's go to another historic moment. The first ever game in Red Foxes history at the Coliseum against USC. Chandler Gaines touchdown, storm the end zone. They're coming out here on 1st and 10 in that pistol formation. Well, offset here, they've got Timberlake and Winslet in the backfield as they bring Irvin in motion right. It's going to be another read here for Gaines, and Timberlake throws an amazing block to spring Gaines. He's down the sideline. Will they catch him? No, we've done it. We've done it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Aurora. The whole team has just actually come out on the field. They're storming the end zone as flags fly. Mashburn and the coordinators are there with them. What a play. Fortunately, my voice did recover after that call, but like I said, Dante Devine will be right back on this list. Here he is with a reservation for 6. Going football action here for your Red Foxes at Red Rock Stadium. Here's Jennings throwing on 2nd and 7, and that one gets picked off by Dante Devine. No one in front of him. He was waiting there on the flat, and Dante Devine will dive as he takes this one to the house. Touchdown, Red Foxes. Dante Devine gets his first touchdown of the season on a pick 6, and that time he was not fooled. Waiting there in the flat as he took it all the way back, 65 yards for the score. And if you liked it that time, why not see him again? Dante Devine pick 6 for the 2nd time in consecutive weeks. Rodgers throws, and that one gets picked off by Dante Devine. Waiting in the flat, and the receiver can't bring him down. Green in front of him, he's gonna waltz into the end zone. He dives, touchdown, Red Foxes. Dante Devine for the 2nd week in a row, back-to-back pick 6s as Aurora gets on the board again. A great job to call cover 2 there and have Dante Devine waiting in the flat for the quick throw, and he jumped right in front of it, his 5th interception of the year. How about some more defense here at number 2? A critical play here to end the game in double overtime. A redemption game for this man, Paul Beneventi. Extra point is good. 7-point game. They've got to make a stand here. Here's Smith from the gun. Throwing towards the end zone. That is picked off by Paul Beneventi. Game over, Red Foxes. They win again. Their 3rd straight, and in what fashion? Beneventi picks that one off, a 21-point comeback, and an absolute classic of a game. And now for the number 1 play of the year in Red Foxes football. Who else could it go to? The man who made Paul Beneventi's interception possible, who started the 21 unanswered point comeback to get them into overtime. It's Vernon Winslet and 100 yards in front of him. So it's a 3-possession game now. Maybe we'll see Mashburn go ahead and put in some of the backups. Here's Winslet. Winslet looking to return, and he's brought down at about the 25-yard line. No, wait a minute. He never came down. Winslet! A lot of room in front of him. They didn't bring him down. He was sitting on top of a tackler as he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vernon Winslet. An 100-yard kickoff return for Vernon Winslet. He was technically tackled. Well, no, he technically wasn't tackled. He was brought down by a defender, but laid on top of him, had enough awareness to get back up, didn't hear the whistle blow, and that's an 100-yard return for Aurora, the first ever kickoff return in Red Fox's history. Let's go back to the field now with Gaines under center now for the red team, as he'll take the snap here on 1st down. It's a quick screen pass to Timberlake underneath, and it goes absolutely nowhere. They brought the blitz, and then it was Dante Devine and Victor Van Slyke who teamed up there. Dante Devine made the tackle, and just a poor job here by Merriweather to get out in time to go ahead and make a play. 2nd down. Gaines, read option, pitches it out to Winslet with all the green in front of him. He knows what to do when there's no one there, and he's going to take this one to the house. Touchdown, Vernon Winslet, from about 77 yards out. A good job there on the read option to go ahead and take the hit and pitch it out at the last minute, and Winslet takes this one to the house. 14-10 red team, and the white team will have one last chance to try to tie this up. 1st and 10 now for the white team. This is their last chance. It's Leventhal in at quarterback as they move Ireland in motion right. It's a handoff to Phillips straight up the middle, but he cut inside and then cut back outside and got down to about the 43-yard line. What a play there by Paul Phillips, showing you what that speed can do as he gets to about the 43-yard line. So after the holding penalty, Leventhal here, gonna pass underneath. It's Rojas who gets leveled. Buck Jones really showing you that hit ability that he has as he absolutely levels Rojas here. Wow. It's amazing to see that play that he had on Jeff Ryan and then see him get absolutely hammered like that. So we got 2nd and 6 here. Here's Leventhal on play action. Good floating throw to the outside. Buck Jones not able to make the play there in coverage. But Oferije, a great catch towards the sideline. That's the touch Hayes was looking for on that pass to DJ Smith earlier. Here's Leventhal here from the gun, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield. Quentin Cage, the leader in tackles for loss last year, makes the play there for 2nd and 13. Here's Leventhal, handoff here to Phillips, trying to dance his way by. Not able to get too far there. It's outside linebacker Jarrell Parsons there making the stop. So here on third down, Leventhal going deep downfield, and that one is broken up. It's a long attempt there, trying to get it out to Killinger. He did beat the zone coverage underneath, but not able to do much with it. On fourth down, Leventhal completes it to Oferije. Chuck Oferije been all over the field today. He makes a big grab here to go ahead and get the white team the first down. It's exactly the play they needed, a good post crossing pattern there, and they're at the 25-yard line. Leventhal, play action. Leventhal, deep throw to Oferije at about the 10-yard line. Chuck Oferije. I haven't called his name enough today. I hope to be doing this all year for him because he has been an absolute monster on this field today. First and 10. Here's Leventhal. Throws over the middle. Dallas Killinger sneaks his way in. Touchdown. He just gets under the linebackers there in coverage. It was Montgomery Ward, who's been playing a great game all day, not able to get underneath or go ahead and try to jump that route. And Killinger sneaks into the end zone, and the white team wins this one. 17-14. A great game overall, and I have to say, the most impressive player from this scrimmage, I've said his name about a million times already, Chuck Oferije. And if I had to give someone on defense to give it to, I have to go with Montgomery Ward. I thought he made some very impressive plays all throughout the practice game. And you know what? I also was kind of impressed by what Buck Jones did. We didn't get too much from Ishmael Finn-Michaels. Maybe he just wasn't targeted as much, and we didn't get to see a lot of him in action. But at least from those linebackers, they were the most impressive to me. Who do you think was the best from this practice? If you got to watch it live or you're going to watch it afterwards, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Tell us what you expect this Aurora for Red Fox's team to do next year. I'll be talking about it when we go to the KRED show for week 1 at Colorado State next year. If it's 99.7 KRED, Brandon Jackson, I will see you then.